Good morning, everybody. It's a Monday morning and it's the 12th of April. Oh dear, I've called this Energy Monday, but the sun is shining here. There's not a cloud in the sky, clear blue sky, but it's freezing, so the scarf is back on. The focus for today is about the energy of nature, but before I start talking about that, and whether you're a royalist or not, it's been a sad week, and I think many have been affected by the passing of His Royal Highness the Duke of Edinburgh. His passing has left such a void, of course, in the Queen. So many photographs, I just loved seeing them all being shared of him and the Queen, and they just exude love, a love that's lasted over 73 years. Just amazing in these times. One photograph which was really hilarious, and I loved it, was when the Duke was dressed up as one of the guardsmen to surprise the Queen. And when she was passing him, you could just see she was stifling a giggle. So I send my deepest condolences to Her Majesty the Queen and the royal family and all those who are affected personally by his death. Having read many posts about the Duke, the words that arise most are how he's always seems to have a twinkle in his eye. He raised the spirits of those he met with his humour, yes, sometimes his gaffes, but just shows he was human. And of course, he started the Duke of Edinburgh Awards, and through these he changed the lives of so many young people, giving them confidence, inspiring and motivating them to achieve success. So condolences to the royal family, and thanks Alan High for coming on. So for today, I want you to think about nature. We're surrounded by the beauty of nature, and just the beautiful new moon just now in the sky overhead, it's giving you its beautiful energy and providing you with potential possibilities. So get your sleeves rolled up and surprise yourself with the miracles that you can create. Just imagine and just think of nature. So many people go through life without having any idea about what they deeply care about. Make sure you do know, and you can ask yourself these two questions. What do you value most in life? And what gives you a feeling of self-worth? Knowing the answers to these questions is important, because when you know that your life is built on something you value highly, you're really in touch with your feelings, with your emotions, and you're actually grounded. So how does nature help you in this process? Well, it helps because nature clears your mind. It brings you a sense of calm and peace and gives you a different perspective on everything. People who love the outdoors know this, but now even scientists are finding evidence that back up the psychological benefits of being out in nature. For example, it affects your brain, your mind, and your behaviour. It reduces anxiety and stress. It reduces worries. It increases your attention span, your creativity, and even your ability to connect with others. Just ask people who've got a dog and they go out walking with the dog. You feel so much better. There's research was carried out at Utah University by David Strayer, and he's a scientist, and he found that the changes in your brain and your body indicate that you're actually physically and mentally more healthy when you interact with nature. The problem is that, especially children, we're also spending more time particularly through the pandemic, we've been indoors. And when the weather's bad, we don't want to go out. I think we noticed that in the first lockdown, it was a bit of maybe a novelty. But when the bad weather came in, we're feeling really poorly, and it was trying an effort to even go outside. And of course, children were all focused now. We're spending much more time on technology as well. Just give a wee wave to Barbara. Thanks for watching. So, of course, the findings of science is also backing up the debate about preserving natural spaces, not just in the wild, but in our cities, so that we can all live healthier, happier, and more creative lives. So, 5 reasons why you should soak up the energy of nature. The first one is it decreases stress. Research shows this. There was an experiment in Japan carried out where they asked a group to walk in a forest and others to walk in a city. Both groups had their heart rate variability, their heart rate and their blood pressure measured. So the groups completed a questionnaire then on their moods, on their stress levels and other psychological measures. Now, the group walking in the forest environment had significantly lower heart rates and higher heart rate variability. This showed that they were more relaxed, they were less stressed, less anxious, and actually had even better moods than those walking in the city. So when you can, try and get out of the city. But don't worry, because city dwellers can actually take a walk in the parks and woodlands around them. Even a small area of trees and grasses and things can give you significantly less stress in your life. And researchers in Finland found this. So they found that even taking a short walk in a woodland area or a park, so get yourselves out there, you will feel much, much healthier. You can read more about research that scientists are carrying out. You can Google it or whatever. But even the reasons, the scientists are still unclear as to the reasons why we feel healthier. But there was Roger Ulrich, he's at Texas University. He carried out another experiment where they just showed stress-inducing movies to a group, and then they were showed the same group another movie of natural scenes and even city scenes, and after seeing the movie that was about nature, the group were less stressed. So you'll recall, of course, in many of my live videos, I go on and on, repetition itself, but I've always asked you to look out of the window. You don't even need to actually go out into nature. It's obviously better if you can, but just look out of the window. I'm looking just now, I'm in a city, but I'm looking out at clear blue sky. It's the sun is splitting the sky. It's absolutely gorgeous. Still freezing, but it's lovely. So guess what? Research has even shown, now I've been telling you about this, but research now is showing that even looking out of your window at nature helps soothe you. It reduces stress and anxiety. And why is that? Because it's all in the power of the mind. And remember, the power of the mind is it's exceptional. The next reason is it makes you happier. And again, there's much research on this. If you're walking in nature, showing that you experience less anxiety, you focus less on negative things, it changes your mindset from negative to positive and actually improves your memory. So research shows that there's a link between walking in nature and the onset of depression and anxiety. So if you want to reduce hopefully experiencing any depression and anxiety, get yourselves out there. Walking in nature improves your mood. It helps you to reduce thoughts of depression, depressing thoughts, negativity, and reduces anxiety. Now, so city planners, of course, this is an important one because there is more focus now even on city planners, and they should be looking at their policies when they're developing the cities, that there should be natural spaces. So they need to take heed of this as well. The next reason is it increases your attention span and increases your creativity. Now, our attention these days is taken up with technology. We're all stuck in our phones, on the computers, and of course, actually, science research shows that can lead to mental fatigue. Your brain's just tired, you're overwhelmed, and you can even be burned out. And the same researcher I mentioned earlier, David Strayer, he believes that nature restores your attention circuits in the brain, and this helps you to multitask, solve problems more easily, and be more creative. And of course, remember, creativity builds resilience, and it's a much needed life trait these days. You need to be resilient. And of course, I've done live videos on that as well. Now, despite all this research, if your attention span is better, surely you would want that. You're more creative. You've got improved well-being, and surely that's a good enough reason to walk in nature. The next reason is it helps you to be kind and generous. Now, I don't know if you've found this, but when you're out in nature, ask yourself, how do you feel? Do you feel more upbeat? And when you return home, you just feel that wee bit more positive. You feel more generous and kinder. And there's research actually shows this, that even walking in nature or seeing the beauty of nature, even looking at plants around the house, in your garden, or your house, that changes and increases your positive feelings. You feel better, you feel good. So you've got more positive feelings and thoughts and emotions. That again is the power of the mind. Your mindset is changing from negative to positive. And never forget this, the power of the mind. One study actually found that looking up at tall trees, just go into the woods, looking up for a minute, that was all. It was a study carried out showing people going into a forest, taking a moment quietly to look up through the trees. There were tall trees, like the redwood forests in California. And they looked up for just a minute. That increased their positivity. It's because they were in awe of nature. I think, we're getting a bit better, but we still tend to forget about the beauty of nature. The next reason is it makes you feel more alive. Again, if you've got a dog, if you're walking out in nature, and you don't have to do the 26 miles, marathons or anything, just walking, taking a stroll out in nature, you feel more alive because it's giving you energy. You're happier and you're less stressed. And of course, with increasing your creativity, you're building resilience and feeling more positive. There's no definitive time. There's no research says you've got to be out for a minute, got to be out for an hour or whatever. But there's some researchers say it's good to get away for a few days if you can. But even taking a stroll in nature is good. It's good for your emotional, your mental and psychological health. It's important to know how to be and to stay happy. So in the face of what we know are still challenging times, why not feel better by having a stroll out in nature? Or if it's really cold or wet, look out. Nature's all around. Remember to think positively, of course, and that takes me to my ABC. So be grateful. Today, the ABC, now what could my affirmation be? I look at the beauty of nature. I soak up nature's energy. I'm positive. I am happy. Any of these words, make up your own. Remember to write your affirmations down. And then you can choose one that reflects how you feel. And if you're feeling negative or down, you need to use an affirmation. It'll turn around your thoughts immediately. And I can't stress this enough. Just so many people say, oh, I can't and I don't know. And they're all feeling very down. But you can turn it around by using the affirmation. And of course, B. The B is the breathing. Effective breathing improves your mental, emotional and physical well-being because you're increasing the capacity of your lungs. It's improving your immune system. And of course, breathing, it's the deep, effective breathing from the lower diaphragm, not the lifting of the shoulders, the shallow breathing. And I think throughout life, lots of people tend to breathe in a shallow way, and that's not helping at all. With practice, you can get yourself not moving any of your shoulders and just breathing in through your nose. There's lots of different types of breathing, but the one I focus on in these videos is the effective breathing through the nose. Hold. And then exhale slowly through the mouth. So try that, your A and your B. Now C, for today, I thought if you looked at the live the post on Facebook, I put up a photo of, it isn't mine, it was, and I don't actually know whose photo it is, and courtesy to whoever posted up the original photo, but it's Bluebell Woods, and there's a bluebells, and there's a path going through the woods with the trees. So I thought that we'd do my Mind Bites mindfulness meditation, taking you on a path through the woods. This meditation takes you on a creative journey, and as we know and must remember, creativity builds resilience, and with resilience you can face every day with a positive mind. So let's just do our meditation, and remember, feet on the ground. It's freezing here, it's like winter. We've had snow as well, smattering of snow. It lay on the ground, then it went away, then started again. So I'm just going to sit in and look out at nature today. So if you sit on the chair straight back, so you feel confident, not stiff, but just feeling confident, straight back, feet on the ground. Don't have your crossed legs, feet on the ground, and just relax. And then we're going to take a deep breath. Close your eyes and just listen to my voice, and take a deep breath in through the nose. Hold. And then exhale slowly through the mouth. Now imagine you're in the Bluebell Woods. There's a path. But take a moment to breathe in the pure air all around you. Breathe in the peace all around you. Now start walking along the path, just slowly. Look at the bluebells on either side. The colours: pale blue, deep purple. Rising on either side of the path, the trees, the strong trunks of these trees. You might want to take a moment to touch one of the trees. Feel its energy. Let its strength and energy flow through your mind and body. Then take another step along the path. Breathe in the peace and the calm. Say to yourself, I am confident, I am positive, I can breathe in the energy of nature anytime I want or need. I know walking in nature can open up positive opportunities for me. Slowly walk forward and say again to yourself, I am positive, I am happy, I am confident. Continue to walk in nature and enjoy this adventure in your mind. Now take another deep breath in through the nose. Hold and then exhale slowly through the mouth. Then you can open your eyes and say to yourself, I am calm, I am positive, I am resilient. And then just shake your shoulders, yawn, or, stretch your arms or whatever. I'll just give a wee wave to Lee. Thanks very much for watching. So, I hope that gives you an idea. You can do this easily. What is it? A couple of minutes, even less. And you can take yourself into nature. Now, I'll be back on Wednesday at 10 a.m. I'm going to call it Creative Wednesday. Maybe just keep on the creativity theme, because we need resilience. We still need to be resilient for the challenging months and years ahead. Now, the announcement before Wednesday, I hold a live Tuesday room on the Mind Circles Wellbeing group, and it's at 8 o'clock. And I've asked everyone to vote, choose what they want the room to be used for. And so please head off to the Wellbeing group and choose. The options are 8 o'clock at night, 10 to 15 minutes of my ABC, or an hour of informal chat. We've had a couple of Tuesdays, and it's not really as structured maybe as some would like. So the third option is up to an hour of maybe talk structured around a well-being positive topic. At the moment, Barbara's there, but at the moment the majority seem to favour, I'm getting messages as well as the people who vote, it's in favour of the 10 to 15 minutes. Maybe we've just got very busy lives just now, but I'm happy to do whatever the majority wants. And at the moment, it seems like tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, will be my ABC, 10 to 15 minutes of my ABC. So there'll just be an affirmation, maybe showing some breathing, and a meditation, a mindfulness, mind bites meditation. And of course, to finish today, as always, my 2 trademark tips are, you should know them by now, smile and laugh. They cost you nothing. So thank you for listening and watching, everybody. And I'm going to stay cozy inside. I'm going to watch just nature out of the window. So enjoy today, and I'll see you Tuesday night or Wednesday for Creative Wednesday. Meanwhile, virtual hugs to all. Thank you for listening and watching.